Welcome to the Qt World Summit 2022. My name is Juha Varelius, I'm the CEO of the Qt company. We are online again. I remember that last year in my opening remarks I said that hopefully we're going to be having a physical meeting, but as you know, world is still in turmoil. We do have COVID, especially in APAC, lots of restrictions and some restrictions in Europe and USA as well. So therefore we decided that we're going to be online this year, and let's see, someday I'm sure we're going to be having a physical meeting. The past year has been very successful for us as a Qt company. We've added probably 200 employees this year, and we're going to end up roughly 700 people towards the end of this year, which is a great thing because that means that we can invest more on R&D, we can invest more on many other functions in our company, and we can invest more for the community grow and well-being, this event being one of them. Agenda for this year's event is a bit different in a way that we're going to have 4 tracks, so we have a broad variety of different kinds of talks, something for everyone. We have talks to new to Qt, Qt for insiders, executive track, tools track, and so on. At this point, I also want to mention up that we do have live meetups coming. They're smaller, and we're going to have 4 sessions in Europe, and we're going to have 4 sessions in the United States. Those places and dates will be announced later. And we're going to have 1 VIP session in Korea coming up. For the rest of Asia Pacific, we'll get more specific as the things settle out there, and we know that when can we have safe live up meetings. But we're definitely looking for those meetings, and I hope as many of you as possible can also join on those smaller meetings. You're going to hear on our keynote multi-product business line presentations, mainly QA tools, Axivion, FraudLogic, and Qt Insight, and also technology roadmap review on Qt 6.4, 6.5 features and improvements, as well as Qt web strategy, mainly WebAssembly. I wish you have a very fun and productive day here at Qt World Summit 22 this year. At this point, I want to thank all the sponsors and key people for making all this possible. And again, very warm welcome. Thank you. We talk a lot about the Qt multi-product business line, and I'll briefly explain here what we mean by that. When we started this business in 2015, we were offering Qt framework and tooling. We talked about the cross-platform software development tool, and that's indeed the core where we are as of today. But we looked and we've been looking into a software development process as a whole, and we've been thinking that how can we enhance that process even further. And so we started looking into designer tooling. Then we have our Qt software development tooling. Now we've added the quality assurance tools into the equation, and we even have Qt Insights, so we have analytics over there. We talk a lot about the multi-product business line, and let me explain here what we mean by that. When we started in 2015, we were offering Qt framework and tooling. We talked about Qt cross-platform development tool, and indeed we've been concentrating that a lot. When we started looking into and forming our strategy for 2025, we were listening to our customers, and we were looking into that how can we expand our business even further. And now we've been concentrating on the software development process. So we're looking into software development from design to deployment, and we've been looking at how can we enhance that process even further. So our latest addition is the Axivion that we acquired just a little while ago. Sebastian is going to talk more about that in just a minute. And we've also acquired FraudLogic some time ago. So not only can we offer now software development tools, we can offer testing. How are you going to be able to test what you've been able to develop? We're looking for all of this not only to be able to offer developers means to be more efficient and more productive, but all in all to be able to create stunning software that really outshines everybody else. So we're looking for the best possible outcome there is. And that's the vision for Qt company for 2025. So you're going to be seeing more acquisitions, you're going to be seeing more products in our portfolio as we go into 2025. On top of that, we do have a ventures unit inside the company where we're testing different kind of business, new business models, so to say. For example, we have a trial now going on digital advertising. So we're investing very heavily into the future. We're going to be growing, and we see a very prosperous future for Qt and a Qt community going forward. So when I look 2025, we're going to have a large product portfolio. What we're looking for is that each product by itself needs to be so good that it can stand on its own. It can be an independent product. But of course, we're looking how we're going to integrate all these products together so that there's the best possible user experience for our users when they use the whole product portfolio that we have to offer. So from design to development in 2025, you're going to find pretty much everything you need for your software development tasks from Qt. I'm really excited about this future vision we're having, and I'm really looking forward to building all this together with you.
Hi, welcome also from my side. I'm Sebastian. I'm one of the co-founders of Axivion, and we are excited to be part of the Qt family since August this year because it enables us to scale the business even faster and further. And that does mean not only expanding sales, services, and support on a more global base, but also to continue to invest heavily into our excellent product offering to make it even better for our customers and you, who will hopefully be customers in the future. For more information on how you can profit from Axivion's offering already today, there are 2 sessions today, actually. One from my colleague Daniel, who will give a demo on our architecture verification capabilities. And I myself, we do a session to give you insights on the return on invest potential you have by using our solutions. So I would love to see you later in the Q&A session. And if you have further questions or any of what you see today catches you and you want to learn more, please reach out to us directly or to your Qt representative. We're more than happy to find out together with you how we can help you to become even more successful. And yeah, for now, I wish you a great Qt World Summit.
At this conference, you'll hear a lot about software development on all kinds of platforms. But I'm here to point you to the importance of quality assurance that is now also part of the Qt company. My name is Harry Porten. I am part of the acquisition of the German Froglogic company that contributed the first testing tools to our product portfolio. There are 3 of them. There's Squish, the GUI testing tool. There is Coco, the code coverage tool, and a test center for the result analysis. To let you know a little bit about those, so with Squish, you can record any sequence you like on your graphical user interface, and then Squish will be able to replay those sequences and ensure that the application is still behaving the way it's supposed to be. And this not only works for Qt technology. It really doesn't matter whether you also have a web application as part of your portfolio or something on a mobile device or a native Windows or macOS application. And the second project, Coco, is performing dynamic analysis, and it will analyze whether all of your lines, branches, and conditions of your code are being covered through your test. So you will end up with analysis of the gaps that you may have in testing of your software. That's especially important if you're developing safety-critical software. And what do you do with the results that are being produced by these 3 tools? two tools. There is a test center that will gather the test results, the coverage information, and will display you trends. So it will answer questions like, when did a problem start to occur? How well was your code covered all the time? Is coverage getting better or worse? Does the problem maybe occur on a specific platform only, or do your tests maybe get slower and slower and therefore point to a problem in your software? Now, what we have been doing during the last months is that we kept up with platform development. So, for example, in the web world, there are new standards like shadow DOMs. Apple had released new UI toolkits, Swift. So we're following all those trends, including extensions of the programming languages. So we ensure that you will always keep up. And now what we are going to work on next are all methods that will help you to be more productive and quicker to create the tests. So we are looking at ways to create models out of your test, for example, and derive tests out of those. Or when it comes to unit testing, we are currently researching ways to automatically generate test data for your tests and thereby save you time during the creation of the tests. Okay, now I wish you a lot of fun at this conference, and there will also be some talks specific to Squish on Cocoa, so be sure to check those out. Thanks.
Hello everyone, my name is Tapio Hantie and I'm a Product Business Line Director here at the Qt company. Following on from Juha's introduction to our multi-product business strategy, we are also proud to announce the beta launch of our new analytics solution, Qt Insight, which will help our customers learn and better understand their users and customers. Qt Insight has been designed to provide real customer insights on the usage of your applications and embedded devices. This will be an extremely useful solution for our companies who are utilizing embedded technology to really understand how their applications are functioning in terms of performance and usage in order to make better and more informed business decisions. Another great thing about Qt Insight is that it works as an integral part of your internal development by providing real-time analytics to help benefit your development process and the ability to iterate more quickly. Qt Insight will enable users to be able to create better experiences within their applications throughout A/B testing. And we are going a step further by allowing new elements to be tested with specific or even restricted user groups, so the changes within the user interface are backed up by real-life, impartial feedback from actual users. Understanding and addressing customer pain points are the core of what makes products successful. And by being able to analyze and understand the usage or behavior of your customers, you will be able to create tangible, evidence-based development plans for your business strategy moving forward. With an analytics tool built directly into your Qt framework, you own all your data and don't need to rely on any third-party solutions to store critical or sensitive information. We are really excited to bring this new analytics solution to our Qt community and see how you make use of it for your business. Make sure you tune into my presentation on Qt Insight in the executive track of this World Summit later today to find out more about the product and our beta program.
Hi, my name is Volker Hilsheimer. I am the chief maintainer of the Qt project, and I am excited to share with you many of the amazing things that we are working on. And since this is my first Qt World Summit after taking over the chief maintainer role from Lars, let me also use this opportunity to say thank you to all of you who are part of the Qt community. Qt truly is a community effort. Every day I see contributions to Qt from people around the world. Almost a quarter of all commits in Qt come from outside the Qt company, from people in different industries with different perspectives, working on both open source and commercial projects. Over a third of the maintainers of the project are from outside the Qt company. And let's be honest, Practically all of the software that gets built with Qt to solve real problems gets built by you. I'm looking forward to the many presentations about Qt-based projects that we have today on the agenda. So whether you use Qt, whether you talk about Qt, or whether you also contribute to the project directly through feedback or even patches, you all help making sure that Qt can continue to be developed as an independent technology. You are all awesome, and thanks again for making Qt strong. We have recently released Qt 6.4, and we are now of course working on Qt 6.5. So let's have a look at what we have been doing, what we plan, and how all of that fits into the big Qt 6 picture. Let's go! Qt 6.4 makes it fun and easy to create beautiful graphical applications and user interfaces for any target platform. We have put special focus on desktop and mobile. The look and feel of the desktop and mobile environments evolves continuously, and the landscape has also become much more diverse. Consistency is still important, but perhaps in a different way. The user experience on Windows 11, for example, includes designs from almost every Windows version since Windows 95. Few people seem to mind that Visual Studio Code or Slack don't look like the rest of the Windows applications. For many applications, the specific native look and feel for each environment is not as important as a consistent user experience across desktops, mobile, and the web. And these lines have become blurry anyway. Laptops have touchscreens, tablets have keyboards and mice, web content is part of applications, and applications are becoming part of web content. The team from Memory Map has more for you on that topic in the Qt for Insiders track before lunch today. This is what we considered when discussing the direction we want to take with the UI frameworks in Qt. We have made some small additions to Qt widgets in Qt 6.4, and I'm quite sure that we are going to see more such improvements for Qt 6.5 as well. We are working on improving support for native look and feel on Windows and Linux desktop environments, also for the widget UIs. We do, however, believe that Qt Quick is the right technology for building modern user interfaces. Qt Quick has its root in embedded and mobile, and we are seeing an increasing amount of beautiful applications written for the desktop with Qt Quick as well. I'm very much looking forward to the session from the Autodesk team later on. Of course, we still have some gaps in Qt Quick controls, and we are working on closing those. With Qt 6.4, we have continued our development of the item views. Table and tree view now support selections and keyboard navigations, and we are currently adding support for resizable and interactive columns and rows. With Qt Quick and Qt Design Studio, we can make it easy for visual designers to be an integral part of application UI design. We can enable a workflow where design systems created in tools like Figma play a central role in the creation of user experiences. At the same time, we want a convincing native look to be the default experience, and we always want Qt applications to integrate well into the overall system. We have introduced a first version of an iOS style with Qt 6.4. I think it looks really great, and even those Qt controls that don't have an equivalent in Apple's UI kit fit really well into the user interface. Today you can hear more about how we built that style and what we plan to do for 6.5 from my colleague Doris in the New to Qt track. Whether your user interface follows the native style or whether you apply your own design system, it needs to be accessible and it should respect your end user's personalization settings. The user interface that you build with Qt needs to respect your user's preferences for light and dark mode, for accent colors, or for high contrast color schemes. The UI needs to integrate well with assistive technologies, work with a broad range of input devices, and be functional on many different screen sizes and resolutions. This is especially important when your applications run in a browser, which might be run on any kind of end device. In a few minutes, Maurice will talk us through Qt for WebAssembly, which I think is an extremely exciting technology with huge potential for us as an industry. We make Qt Quick a first-class toolkit no matter whether you target mobile, desktop, whether UI runs in a browser or drives an embedded device. Building UIs for devices has many things in common with application UI development. The control panel of a smart home might have a companion app on a mobile device that looks almost identical. But for many devices, this is of course not the case. Operating a machine through an HMI can be very different from using an app. When we plonk down on our couch with a mobile device to browse the internet, or sit at our desks in the office to work with a spreadsheet or write an email, the applications we are using usually have our full attention. When operating a machine, there is often a lot more going on than what's on the screen in front of us. When we drive a car or operate and monitor machinery in a factory, then the screens around us do not have and hopefully do not require our full attention. There is a lot of information to deal with, even when doing something as mundane as driving a car to work. And if what we do is complex or even dangerous, then it demands a high degree of situational awareness. User interfaces can help us deal with a high density of information around us. They must make this information available on different, perhaps multiple channels in ways that are relatable to the operators. And while in application UIs we can often rely on established paradigms, user interfaces for machines are often very domain specific. Visual and interaction designers need to be part of the team that builds user interfaces that are useful within that domain and that stay functional in highly stressful situations. We believe that Qt, together with Qt Design Studio, as a tool provides an excellent framework for creating such user interfaces. With Qt Quick 3D, you can create relatable, realistic, three-dimensional scenes that provide an incredibly high amount of information. In Qt 6.4, we have further improved Qt Quick 3D, and our graphics team will walk you through many of the new capabilities of our rendering engine. Improved materials, support for global illuminations, and reflection probes are all tools that allow us to create more realistic, more relatable 3D scenes. And we are making it easy to create physically correct animations with a new Qt Quick 3D physics module. Beyond 3D graphics, we have added spatial audio support to Qt Multimedia. You can place sound sources in 3D space and simulate room acoustics. And apropos sound, the Qt text-to-speech module is back as well, allowing your applications to make information available to users that have their hands full and their eyes on the road. All of these new features are well integrated into the Qt Quick framework and come with QML APIs. QML is a core element of our technology strategy. In the recent Qt 6 releases, we have made significant improvements to the language and to the tools around it. With a new compiler toolchain, including the commercial compiler extensions for scripts, much of your QML code can run at native speed. Better support for value types in QML reduces the amount of boilerplate code needed to integrate your C++ code with Qt Quick user interfaces. And the combination of QML language server and Qt Design Studio makes developing a Qt Quick UI easy, no matter whether you do it visually or by writing code. And 2022 has also been an interesting year for C++ developers. The C++ language standard and standard library features are now almost completely supported by the relevant compilers. And the draft for the C++23 standard is evolving and makes good progress. Mark is later today going to talk about what the evolution of the C++ language means for us and will take you through our roadmap for C++20 support in Qt. Today's Qt World Summit is a great opportunity to find out what's been happening in Qt and to meet and hear from many active users and contributors. Qt as a community project is very much alive. Experience with Qt is as valuable today as ever, and I know this from personal experience, a great investment. I'm especially happy that we have a new community manager with Pedro Bessa, who is working with the open source community as well as with schools and universities and helps to make sure that the Qt talent pool grows. Enjoy Qt World Summit!
Let's discuss Qt for WebAssembly. But before going into the details, I want to provide a bit more of context. Traditionally, when you were creating a new user interface, you need to choose either between a native application with using Qt or a web-based solution. But these days the lines between that has become blurry. There's a scenario for both, and especially also for merging the two technologies together. For instance, Qt has always allowed to show web context inside a native Qt application. We've been doing that with the Qt Web Engine module, which uses Chromium underneath. Common use cases for that would be showing recipes or instructions inside of an embedded HMI. But also for desktop applications, you could think of sharing towards social media or other web services. So Qt Web Engine managed to have web inside native. But we have been lacking a solution for the other way around. And now you might be wondering, why would you want to do that? From our side, we see two use cases for that. One is for existing applications and solutions, and the other one is also for creating new applications. For existing solutions, you as a user have invested a significant amount of time and effort to create a branded solution with many lessons learned in between and having IPR being created. You want to have an easy path now to move all that knowledge towards the web, preferably also without re-implementing everything in a different technical architecture. For new solutions, there are still some limitations when it comes to the overall, or let's say maximum graphical performance when you're using traditional web solutions. That's actually one of the reasons why WebAssembly itself has been created overall. By compiling towards platform agnostic bytecode, which then is run natively inside the sandbox of your browser, you will get a major performance boost. This works with C++, but also other programming languages like Rust. And Qt then, that helps you to utilize all of these advantages also on the UI layer. So that means that for solutions like in heavy computing or large data visualizations, etc., it's extremely beneficial to utilize WebAssembly and also Qt for WebAssembly. And you've been hearing quite a lot about Qt Quick 3D, which then also boosts that productivity even more. With the recent Qt 6.4 release, we have reached a stage of maturity where we can proudly say Qt is a supported platform for everyone. But that doesn't mean that we will stop there. First of all, WebAssembly is a very fast-moving platform. So that means that we also need to adhere to all the platform changes, new APIs, new browser capabilities, etc. coming along. But in addition to that, also we see some areas where we want to improve even more on the Qt for WebAssembly port. Ideas for that would be around accessibility, web GPU-based rendering, etc., etc. Not only do we enable you as Qt users to bring your user interfaces towards the web by using Qt, we're also starting to use these benefits on our own in the tooling area. For instance, we've created a service which we call the Qt Design Viewer. That's a WebAssembly-based solution which allows designers and technical artists to share their current projects, either amongst their peers, the team, but especially also towards non-technical people who do not have a design or develop set up right on their hand on their machines. So from Design Studio, you then select Generate a Deployable Package to collect all the relevant items of your project. And that generated archive then can simply be dragged and dropped into the Design Viewer webpage. And that one then loads the user interface with all interactions included, etc. And then you can ask your peers or team colleagues to verify the content that it matches the expectations on all ends. Currently, you can either share the archive or at a later point also that generates a shareable link, which then uses Qt for WebAssembly also on the server side, which further reduces effort to set everything up. We're thrilled to see which additional use cases you might have on your mind. So please follow along with Matthew Hungerford from ChargePoint and Richard Verschoor from Hungry Mile Software, who will talk about how they have been using WebAssembly for their purposes.
At KDE, we have hundreds of libraries and applications with millions of lines of code using Qt. 3 years ago, we set out to transition this from Qt 5 to Qt 6. There's multiple releases being made from our codebase every month, which our users rely on. So this is obviously not something we can suspend for an extended period of time. Therefore, we decided to do the bulk of the work in the Qt 5 production codebase, with feature development and releases going on in parallel. So we minimize the time during which we have a diverging Qt 5 and Qt 6 codebase. As of recently, we have large parts of our code building with Qt 6, and many crucial parts running and working already. Depending on the type of code, this required different approaches. For the build system, we benefited from already using CMake since the Qt 4 era. The C++ code, which is by far the largest, can usually be written in a way that works with both major Qt versions. And for the rest, we have the preprocessor. For shader code, on the other hand, we practically ended up duplicating this. Since we only have a dozen or so relatively static users, that is okay in our case.
For QML, we have much more code, but unfortunately no preprocessor. So we ended up addressing that with a conversion script that covers the bulk of the incompatible changes. Qt 6.4 brought back some of the features we were still waiting for, and we expect 6.5 will close the remaining gap. With that, we are now looking at winding down Qt 5-based feature development in the coming months and fully switch to Qt 6. Due to all the preparational work, this should be a relatively smooth process now. If everything goes according to plan, you should then have our more than 70 free Qt add-on libraries available for Qt 6 later next year.
My name is Dave Wilcoxon. I'm a senior product manager at Precision Planting in Tremont, Illinois, in the United States. And so I'm responsible for the architecture, basically, of our C++ software platform. We were founded about 30 years ago, really with a mission to kind of help farmers by developing hardware and software technologies that really improve the performance and yield of their existing equipment and really ultimately kind of help to feed the world. And so we really view ourselves as like a disruptive force in agriculture. So a lot of us in the engineering organization, we really came from larger companies, and we kind of saw the bureaucracy that sort of like naturally develops over time in those organizations. And so really we tried to like remove all that here and really create like a culture of trust and accountability where engineers really have the tools they need to do their jobs, kind of iterate quickly and fail fast. The cornerstone, I guess, of our software offering is really our in-cab display, which we call the 2020. And so it's a 10.5-inch touchscreen that really gives farmers insight into the performance of their equipment during planting and harvest. And so it handles like telematics and does near real-time command and control of all of the embedded microcontrollers that run on our mechanical products that are out actually putting crop into the ground. Our development environment is actually currently based on Qt 6.4. And so we migrated from, I think, 5.15 to 6.2 at the beginning of the year. And so our software heavily relies on mapping. And so the lack of Qt location in 6.2 was kind of a big deal for us. But we actually took a look at things and we decided that it was more important to have the improved CMake support, like the better QML compilation, and the better C++ 17 support in Qt 6. So we kind of decided to use that opportunity to actually rewrite our mapping code that was based on Qt location into our own in-house code that was actually kind of more integrated into our graphics pipeline. So we were still able to get all the benefits of going to Qt 6. Yeah, you know, we looked at using like HTML5 and some of the JavaScript frameworks that are out there to make kind of like a browser-based interface, but ultimately we really didn't think that we could provide like kind of seamless integration to the rest of our code with that path. When we started making the current version of the 2020, we had about 10 months from the time that we started hiring the team until our first customer ran a beta to actually plant product with. And I honestly don't think that would have been possible without us being able to leverage QML for doing our user interface. I really like how efficient, like, I guess, Qt has made our whole team. And so, you know, it's been very powerful for us to be able to basically really truly kind of write product once and then run it everywhere. And so we have developers that are based on Mac, they're based on Windows, they're based on Linux. But all those people are able to write code basically knowing that it's going to run on the target hardware. And so that's been very powerful for us where, you know, our engineers are actually able to use the tools that they're most productive in to deliver product.